Good evening and welcome. My name is Tiny. I'm the founder of Blog Tools Corner, a blog dedicated to helping small business owners improve their businesses and lives. A few days ago, my website was hacked, and so this video today is all about showing you how I recovered my website. So when you discover that your website has been hacked, the first thing you need to do is to calm down and document the situation. Documenting it gives you some kind of clarity. So once you have documented the situation, what you want to do is to change your passwords. If you still can access your WordPress website, just log into your website and change passwords for all users, or you log into your hosting Cpanel and also change the password. If you can also change the password to your database, that would be nice. So once you have done that, you need to investigate further to make sure that you actually understand the nature of the hack, because all hacks are not created equal. But this video is going to give you some kind of an idea on how to go about recovering your website. So the first thing you want to do is check websites like VirusTotal. Enter your URL and try to scan it to see what kind of warning they give you. So there's Sucuri and there's VirusTotal that I recommend, completely free tools to check your website. So once you have checked your website and you actually understand what is going on, the next thing is to talk to your web hosting provider. I'm hosted with SiteGround. I spoke with their support, but they didn't do anything to help me. You know what the support guy kept telling me is that he's not experienced with doing technical things because everybody on live chat is concerned with pre-sales, which I found pretty odd. He told me to post a ticket in my user area. When I went there, I discovered that I kept going in circles because I had to come back to the live chat support to kind of get help again. So I decided to get rid of the problem myself. If you can't talk to your web hosting provider and they can't help you, like in my case, here's what you need to do. You need to log into your hosting Cpanel. So in my case, I'll log into SiteGround because I'm hosted there. I'll just show you real quick what I did. So you log in. Now when you log in, what you want to do is you want to try to go to your Cpanel. So I'll click on go to Cpanel. Proceed. Once you are inside your Cpanel, you want to try to access your WordPress files using a file manager. So once you land on this page, just type file manager, click on it, and then click on go. So these are all the files of my WordPress website. Now the mistake that I have been making, and I don't wish anybody who is blogging should make the same mistake, is I do not care about backups. You know, people kept singing, you need to back up your website, you need to back up your website. And I've gone for almost a year and 3 months without backing my website. That's a very bad thing to do. So what you want to do is, if you have a backup, that will be pretty easy for you to recover your website. So in my case, I didn't have any backup. So the first thing I did was to back up the infected files. So what you want to do is just select all these files, select all of them, and click on compress. Right? I'm not going to do that because I already did it. When you click on compress, it's going to zip up the files, and you can just click on this, on the file, on the zip file, and click on download. That should be able to download all the files on your server. Now the next thing you need to do is you need to check the timestamp to see traces of the hack. So what you want to do is check the timestamp for dates that are closely related together. For example, this June 16, if you keep seeing June 16 throughout your timestamp, then that's an indication that your files have been compromised. So once you have downloaded a file, it's time to compare. What I did is I went to the official WordPress website and I downloaded WordPress. So let me show you. These are this is WordPress, and these are the files that I downloaded. Now, what you will notice is some of these files, are exactly the same like the files that are on your server, right? So if you look at it, they're the same files. What I did was I looked at the timestamp, and then I tried to compare the files to see what files had been compromised. So in my case, the files that had been compromised were the .htaccess file. Where is that file? Because the file handles redirect. Okay, this file had been compromised. I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to pause this video and then show you the difference between the file that was compromised and the file now. So let me just go ahead and pause this video, and when I open it up, you'll see. So the file that you see here is the file that was compromised, because what I'm basically doing is I looked at the timestamp and I was trying to compare the files against the standard WordPress files to kind of see what files had been compromised. So this is the .htaccess file, and if you look at it very well, it has been compromised. So you see begin WP fastest cache. I'm not sure if they injected this code through the fastest cache plugin, or I don't know how they did it, but if you look at it very well, look at this code, you'll notice that this file has been compromised. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let me go to the official WordPress website and copy this. This is how the file is supposed to be. So let's go back to my code editor and paste this. I want you to compare this file and this one. You will notice that there are two different files. So what I did is, since I had the correct code from the official WordPress website, I just came to the htaccess file and I copied all of this and I replaced it with this file. That's one way that I solved the problem, because this .htaccess file is a hidden file inside my WordPress document. So if you download WordPress like I did, you're not going to see this file, right? Because it's a hidden file. Now, the reason why they targeted this file, because this is the file that handles redirects. The person was able to inject all this code here, and the code kind of redirected my website to his. So what I did was I replaced this short code with this one, right? And then so I kept checking the files on my server. Another file that was compromised was the WP content file. So I opened that, and then I noticed that through uploads, they had uploaded something that I wasn't aware of, some zip files or something. The document is no longer here because I deleted it. So since I had downloaded all the files from my server, I went ahead and deleted that particular upload, because I knew that if something went wrong, I'll just re-upload the files. So to delete is very easy. You just click and then hit delete. So that is what I did. So the WP content, yeah, this index.php file, I think everything was okay. There were just these two files that were compromised, this WP content and the .htaccess file. The WP config file, when I changed my database password, there was a database connection error. So this is the file that I used to fix the error. So let me show you what I did. So I opened up this file on a code editor. So since I had changed my password, where you see MySQL database password, right? That is where I entered my password. So you want to enter your password there if you actually change your password. And yeah, that should be able to solve the problem. Now, or what you can do is you can just re-upload all the files that you downloaded, right, from WordPress, except the WP admin file, WP content, because if you replace this file, you'll be replacing your WordPress files. So accept those files and then just re-upload everything, and then that should be able to take care of the problem. Now, if your situation is different from mine and you face this kind of hack situation, what you want to do is you want to check files such as the index.php, the header.php, footer.php, and functions.php. Those are possible files where hackers always attack. Yeah, that's basically it. I just want to say the reason why somebody will hack a website such as mine is because my website has been around and it has some link juice. So a redirect to his website will kind of boost his website up the search engines. Easy fix. And so once I replaced the htaccess file, that was it, and my website was back to normal. As you can see, my website was back to normal, so everything is okay now, and I'm glad that I was able to recover it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you can't solve your problem, you could just reach out to me and I will be willing to give you a hand. Bye bye.